straight up, I don't think Bill is going to be able to join us. I've been talking to him and Mike Bond for that matter, and we're having some technical difficulties. So this might be a teaser of a show to come maybe later this afternoon or even tomorrow. We'll work out the technical difficulties and get you up to speed. I can, however, speak to the show a little bit, and I see a lot of comments here that I'd like to read. I'm going to read those, and maybe Bill will be able to join us during this show, but we'll see. I'll tell you what, this now, the PCS show, the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show at the Orange County Fairgrounds, is the show in Southern California. Nothing comes close to it. It is absolutely magnificent. You'll see all the sport boats you like to fish on, all the product you like to use. You'll see lodges from across the United States and internationally that perhaps someday you can go fishing with. There is so many great opportunities for families at this great PCS show. And man, it's going to be a lot of fun. March 6th through the 9th at the Orange County Fairgrounds. It is going to be absolutely fantastic. And of course, Danny Kadota, many of you who watch Friedman Adventures know that Danny Kadota, veteran captain who has a show live on Friedman Adventures every Monday, Danny said, Phil, I can't wait to take the grandkids fishing. And, you know, my grandson is only about 6 months old, but I think it's time to get him out and have him catch a trout also. I'll see what my son Philip thinks about that. Maybe on Sunday, Philip and Bowden and I can come out and catch a trout. I think that would be so freaking cool. I've got to tell you that. All right, let me read a couple of comments. Chris Rank, Calico Chris, he's got a product called Colder Ice. Sprinkle a little bit on your ice. It reduces the temperature of the ice by at least 20 degrees, and it makes your ice last longer. He's going to be at the PCS show. He'll be over at the Dave Hansen's booth at your Saltwater Guides booth. So make sure you go and visit him. He says, Bill, he's really looking forward to meeting you. He can't wait to hook up with you at the show, and he's really stoked about being part of it. Mackie joins us. He says, hello, Gonzalez Fishing. Says, good morning, Phil, Mackie, Chris. Hey, it's good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Mackie says, what's up? I hope to bump into everyone at the show this year. Calico Chris mentioned that he's going to be at the show. Tommy Tarr, will Michael Folks be at the show this year? I am not sure. My guess is 99% yes. Mike Folks will be there with his history of sport fishing. I went out and did a podcast with Mike at his place here probably about 3 months ago, the way time flies, and it was a fantastic visit. Mike's a great guy. I've known him for decades, and the history of sport fishing is absolutely magnificent. It's definitely something you're going to want to check out. And don't forget the books on lures. We have Tatty lures and then some of the old time jigs that you fish with. Scott Manson will be at the show. Scott is a great guy, and you're going to want to pick up one of those books for sure. David Rosenthal says hello. He's going to be there for sure with Angler R Pliers. Mad Dog says hello. And David Rosenthal says, excuse me, he'll be in booth 335. And just to reiterate, in case you're joining us right now, we're having some technical difficulties with Bill DePriest, but we will either hook up later today or we'll hook up with you tomorrow with Bill once we iron that all out. David says he'll see me at the show. And David, I will see you definitely at the show. I wouldn't miss this. As I just said moments ago, this is the show. It is such a great show. And with fishing just starting to heat up, we're getting some really good signal on seeing a lot of bluefin tuna. There's been some magnificent catches of lingcod made down off Collinette. A big day yesterday on board the Dolphin with 21 halibut, I think it was. You have to go back and listen to the morning briefing to be sure. I think they had 21 to 28 pounds. And just so many other great signals, great bass fishing up in Marina del Rey. So there are also, in addition to some of the things we've mentioned, and I mean, I'm not even touching the surface of how many booths you can visit, but there will be constant seminars if you want to go there to learn something, to hone your craft of sport fishing, to become a better angler, the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show is the place to do it. No question about it. So, whether you're going there for some family fun, whether you're going there to learn something, to purchase a boat, to book a trip, I'd highly recommend you went by the Independence booth and booked our 5-day trip coming up in late April. That fish, I'm talking yellowfin and bluefin, is down there at 300 miles and it's starting to edge this way. It's perfect for that. There's all the other long range guys there if you fish in other boats or want more information. Whether you want information, whether you want to learn something, you want family fun, or you just want to go see all the guys and gals you fished with the past year, you'll be able to do it right there at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show. So, once again, I just want to jump on here, answer a bunch of these questions. I cannot talk to the show the way Bill can, so I'm going to get off of here and then I'll hook up with Bill and we'll work this out, figure it out, and then we'll go from there because Bill is the man who has put together the show in Southern California. Without a doubt, this is the big show. You're going to want to visit it, you're going to want to be part of it, you're going to want to be there. I guarantee you that. Hey, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. We'll get this worked out with Bill, and I'll be back and letting you know when we can hook up. Have a great one, my friends. Take great care. And don't forget, more content right here on Friedman Adventures as the day plays out. Always great to see you. By the way, hit that like button and visit us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Appreciate all you do for Friedman Adventures.